car in 2007 because it's a pretty good segment, and at that time there was no option for me to choose in a sedan, so this was a pretty good option for me. Performance of the car is pretty well. The braking system is quite good. The engine response is very good. Like, it does not give you much hectic when you're riding in a city in a congested road. As well as the shift gear is pretty well. It's pretty smooth as compared to other sedans. And the length of the car is pretty good. That's why it's pretty good to handle it in the roads. Like on city it gives me around 10, and when running on the highway it gives around 12 to 14. Certainly I will recommend this vehicle, but now Honda has upgraded this model and has launched SV. That's pretty good than this model. Cost of maintenance is like at earlier time it was pretty high because at that time the parts were not easily available in the showroom, and though it's pretty good, the maintenance is like minimum on an average it takes around 3000 to 4000 when taken to a service station, and I always take this vehicle to service station after like 3 to 4,000 kilometers. The positives are it's pretty good, the engine is pretty good and powerful. It has a 1600cc engine that gives immense power to this while riding this vehicle, and though the look is pretty good. The negative point I found is the ground clearance. It does not have a ground clearance as compared to other sedans. So whenever I crosses the bumper it kisses the hump, and that's the only point I found. And one more thing, like at that time when I buy this vehicle, that time they do not produce diesel engines, so that is something that they had to work on that point. So these are the only 2 points I find it negative about this car. The exterior is pretty good. It has the edges and the clutches that avoid, and it has this protection that helps and protect the scratches, avoid scratches. The cutting is pretty good. It has a light on the boot, so whenever I open, the light will go up with the boot as well. So in total I find the exterior to be pretty good. The interior is pretty well as well. It has a wooden finishing interior, and the AC it got a pretty good, like the space, leg space and the space to keep your products very well. It has a dashboard, 2 dashboards, so that you can keep your things, other things as well. Like it has multiple space to keep your things. The boot is pretty good. The size of the boot is pretty large. I'll give it an 8.